Fighting games are finally post-Game Awards, though we actually didn't get as much news that's related to us out of fighting games, out of the Game Awards as we wanted. Yeah. Still some fairly big news, but nothing that really concerns you or me personally in terms of the fighting game franchises we really give that much of a damn about. It's still conversational material, though.
Yes.
So, for the Game Awards itself, there was only 2 fighting game things shown, if memory serves, yeah?
I believe so.
So, yeah, there was... Actually, before that, let's hit this one real quick, just so we don't forget it, because honestly, I kind of would otherwise. So, Garo 2, City of the Wolves, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, whatever, revealed the character that I don't really... I remember as the character I didn't care that much about in the first Garo. Are you a Gato guy?
I know how to play him. I enjoy him sometimes, but like I'm not a big fan of Gato.
Yeah, he's one of those characters. I don't know. There's a like a realm of like generic martial artist that just doesn't appeal to me, right?
I guess so.
I don't know. The evil monk character does not generally appeal to me unless he's like over the top about it, like the Macho Melee one, who's like, I love hamburgers and hot chicks.
Yeah, I love money. Yeah, I think
and money, yeah, money.
I think if memory serves, that there was like a quote from him. He was just like, I'm all about that money and them bitches, or something like that.
More, yes, that's the good stuff. So, yeah, Gato was revealed for Garo, City of the Wolves 2, Fatal Fury 2, Garo, well, more than 2 for Fatal Fury. It's like the 8th Fatal Fury game, but nonetheless.
Garo Densetsu 14.
Yeah, sure.
Garo Densetsu is the Japanese name for Fatal Fury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the entire series is just called Legendary Wolf.
I think one of these days you're going to come on here and you're going to start spouting off the Japanese like words for just very weird, disgusting things like piss and shit. But then when we ask what the hell was that, you're going to say, "Oh, it means honorable combat."
Yeah, I mean the funny thing about this that is that like I mean for one you already know the Japanese word for shit it's so, but there's also poop, and poop is just
Huh?
Yeah, more or less. That's it. That's the word for poop.
Well, it sounds like you're about to start singing war. What is it good for?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing.
I mean, it works in the context. Dude, absolutely nothing. I just realized.
Oh my god.
But yeah. I do not know what piss is in Japanese, but like, you know, not really, not really in like the most important thing for me to find out currently.
No.
But yeah. I mean, the real shit is when I start just by memory reciting the titles to the Last Blade games in Japanese because they're haikus.
Oh.
Like, I know...
Wait, there's more than 2 Last Blade games? Oh, you mean the Japanese titles, okay.
Yeah, the Japanese titles for the Last Blade games. Because I know that it's Bakumatsu Roman is the like, collective name for the Last Blade series. But aside from that, it's Bakumatsu Roman and then a haiku. There's no one or 2, there's a haiku.
Yeah, I only know a few franchise names in Japanese. I know Attack on Titan is Shingeki no Kyojin. But other than that, like, oh, Resident Evil in Japan is Biohazard. Well, that's considerably less impressive considering that's still an English title.
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of descriptive of what it is, because like Resident Evil, you know, that's a like that's a title that you go look at and you go, oh, I don't know what that is. You go, but you look at the title Biohazard and you go, yup, nuclear shit, cool.
They're both accurate, but in different ways.
Yeah.
Because Resident Evil, like, several of the games are about evil residences.
It's evil residents. It's always Wesker. Wesker is the evil resident.
I don't want to dwell on this. I want to move back to fighting games right after saying this. It was really cool that Resident Evil 7 in the West is called Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. And in Japan, it's called Biohazard 7 Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the games where both titles are very much accurate.
Yeah.
But back to fighting games.
Yes.
Have you seen the Gato trailer?
No, I did not have time.
Okay, he's a good bit. He looks haggard.
Don't you
The
ever
years
say
have
he
not
looks
been
happy?
kind.
He is fulfilled.
He looks haggard. I did not know Gato's lore was that, at least in Garo, he was blind.
Oh, I did not know that either.
Yeah, he's a blind martial artist, and he felt his way through combat. But as of City of the Wolves, his sight has actually been restored. But he still follows blind martial arts, so when he's fighting you, he just closes his eyes.
Nice. And I would assume he would get nerfed then, just because like his senses aren't as heightened since he has sight again.
That's a good question. I don't know if like they're going to go with the idea that his senses are still heightened as long as he deliberately turns off his own sight.
Yeah. I mean, you could also get the funny shit like with in Akatsuki Blitzkamp's whatchamacallit, its sequel. There's a new character that's not Gun Nun. It's different colored Gun Nun, and it's supposed to be better Gun Nun. Except she's worse in every way aside from story. because Gun Nun was too strong in Akatsuki Blitzkamp.
I can see that. While we were playing, afterwards, after we were done playing, when I was, going to the bathroom or something, I was thinking, okay, she may not be the sexiest, but I think for sheer simplicity of gameplay, Gun Nun might be the character that we would encourage Pink to try.
Yeah.
Out of all the characters, she seemed the least interested in actually doing special specific inputs.
I mean, that's the thing though, like, I don't know, just because, like, I don't know how much zoning is up Pink's alley.
I do think that would bother him. I don't think he likes keeping at a distance, but I think that just for sheer actually being easy to play.
Yeah.
I do think that's something that really matters to him, is he just doesn't like the way inputs work in fighting games.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, part of the whole thing that's ironic, is that a big part of the appeal for you is the inputs.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
So, on the news, I guess.
Yeah.
Conan O'Brien, the Barbarian. He's been shown off.
Yes, he looks awful.
I did not see this, as I do not perceive Mortal Kombat. In general, I
So, there are a lot of recordings out there of me saying that I don't think that the action figure normals problem in Mortal Kombat is that bad, right?
Yeah.
Conan is awful looking action figure normals.
The character.
He is just animated really fucking poorly. I don't know what happened. And here's the thing. All of his moves are, for whatever reason, all of his moves are like ripoffs. Well, that feels a bit vulgar to say, but all of the moves that we see him do in the trailer are moves that Tusk has in Killer Instinct, like just straight up.
Does he even have the suplex?
We didn't see that. We didn't see the whole moveset. We saw him do a combo, and then it's like, see the full trailer 2 weeks from now, bitches. So, like, and he's just seems to be Sword Man. And I was curious to see a Conan that would be like, oh, he's busting out crazy artifacts, or, he's doing interesting stuff. No, he's really not.
Yeah. Here's Conan. He's busting it down, sexual style.
That would be so much better. He's already in a he's already in a fur Speedo. Yeah, it's a fucking disappointment. Maybe those are just the couple buttons he has that look bad, and he'll look fine when he gets released. It's unlikely, though. It's kind of continuing. Ghostface and Omni-Man are breaking trends in terms of being the crossover characters in Mortal Kombat 1 that are actually interesting.
Ed Boon wants out of the guest characters. He's making sure that they all suck.
I don't think that's... I think that no matter what, Warner Brothers is going to continue to say, put in the guest characters. Because to be honest, I think a big part of what appeals for Mortal Kombat to a lot of people now is the guest characters. How many people played Mortal Kombat X for the Predator?
I don't know. I'm not those people. I don't hang out with those people, so...
Yeah. It's... The... I don't see it ever changing because it's now just part of the Mortal Kombat faction identity. Franchise identity. But, like, why is it, like, it almost seems like they were made by the crossover characters, the guest characters were made by a different team.
The crossover characters are actually made by, like, I don't know. Is there a developer that...
I thought you were going to say, like... I thought you were going to say the crossover characters were made by D-Noob.
The thought occurred to me to just, like, go out of pocket and go... The crossover characters are made by Hitler, specifically, personally. He quotes every line.
Oh, Jesus.
He didn't die. He's working for NetherRealm.
Is he laying low, or does he think this is the next step in the plan to take over the world?
Is he wrong?
Yes.
But yeah, like I don't know. Like is there a like developer that does a shit job every time that we know of with fighting games specifically?
Ow, every time. I forget who made DNF Duel.
Aiding.
Well, Aiding's made a lot of very good fighting games down here.
Yeah, like, Aiding also made Rumblefish, and I saw that. I became privy to that information. I went, huh, humble beginnings, Zane. Hey, because that was their first couple games, more or less, from what I get.
Everyone has to start somewhere, I suppose.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I can't think of anyone that fucks it up every time. I think that it's definitely a bad look for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I do think that there's a very distinct chance that people are going to be saying, okay, Mortal Kombat now needs to go back and reinvent the wheel. And, like, that's not happening. Warner Brothers is hurting for money. They're going to very much want very safe, consistent, small investments that bring in big profit. So they're just going to say, okay, make Mortal Kombat 11 again.
Yeah.
Because Mortal Kombat 11, you and I both have played Mortal Kombat 11 and went, it's all right. But Mortal Kombat 11 did apparently crazier numbers than people remember.
But that was the I forget, was it the Yakuza effect or whichever game? No, that's Resident Evil actually, I think. Like that's just think of like MKX was good. I will buy product so that it can survive, and then oh no, product is bad.
I would definitely like that to be the case. I'd like for Mortal Kombat 1 being a good fighting game to lead to others selling, but to be honest, I'm not too certain that Mortal Kombat 11's slower pace and like in the era of Guilty Gear Strive, you know, I can't imagine it entirely being a coincidence, you know?
I don't know. I feel like there's definitely some people for whom the pace, was preferable. But like I heard too much fucking shit talking about MK11 online to just disregard the thing of like, oh well, MKX was good, I will buy MK11, and then oh no, MK11 is bad in my opinion.
Yeah, MK11's story does suck ass. I think that is one noteworthy thing. I do wonder though if part of the thing they're going to, because Mortal Kombat 1, a big part of the problem with Mortal Kombat 1 is just simply the story still has serious issues, and also there's no single player content.
Yeah.
But how much of that are they going to mark up to other things that change? How much of it are they going to mark up to Mortal Kombat 1 has more player expression in the move sets and faster gameplay?
I guess only time will tell. I look forward to MK13 with the pre-order bonus of Brad Grills.
Drinking his own piss?
Yeah, it refills his health. It's an entire subsystem. Like you need to pissing in a jar is like a 6-frame move. It does no damage, but it does fill your jar with piss. Drink it is three frames. If you mirror burn pissing in a jar, then it also becomes 3 frames.
Yeah, there you go. Meter burn jar pissing. That's
the
future of MK motif of the day. Oh shit.
So yeah. Now let me see. What other news are there?
Well, do we want to hit the Game Awards, or we want to save that for last?
Well, there are other news before then, so I figured we'd go in chronological order.
Okay.
But most of the stuff that I've been seeing has just been minor stuff like, oh, Virtua Fighter the 5, the new release of it, the fourth one. That had or still has, I forget, a Steam beta going, and people say it is Virtua Fighter 5. Everyone's surprised.
I heard the rollback is kind of stanky.
I heard nothing genuinely. Nothing whatsoever. All right. It seems that after that, the first thing that pops up is the Game Awards, so I guess we can hit that too.
All right. So the less interesting bit of news for fighting games coming out of the Game Awards is, hey, Tekken 8's next DLC character, the last character for Season 1 of DLC, is Clive from Final Fantasy 16. And not Tifa, you horny bastards.
Hard listened. You wanted boobs? Here's boobs.
That's not accurate, but really, who gives a shit?
That's the sentiment I've seen online. That it's not Tifa, but it is still man boobs. Which, like, I don't know. I'm not gay enough to be able to tell, I guess.
Meh.
I must become gayer
to attain true understanding.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, Clive Rosefield apparently, or Rosfield. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce this. I don't know PS5.
No. And he, I honestly kind of just wasn't paying attention. But he's a swordman, I know that. But I forget, did he look much like Noctis? Is this going to be one of those situations of like, well, we're not going to have Noctis come around again. We'll have a character that looks and acts like Noctis.
It didn't look a lot like Noctis, but I can watch the trailer on 2x speed real quick. But he seemed more like Gerald, honestly.
That would also make sense.
okay. But that's certainly one thing that stuck around from Noctis in Clive.
What's that?
Cinematic attacks.
Yeah, I definitely saw that in the trailer.
And that's pretty much it. Like, otherwise, he just seems like Sword Dude. And you might be asking, why is he not in Soul Calibur? And that I answer, you know.
Yeah, a decision was reached at some point of we can't really make these anymore without the dude.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair enough. Like, I'm gonna lie.
Because the ones they tried to make without the dude did not work.
Yeah. Did you notice, by the way, like that like every time that the main producer of a fighting game series takes a different role, like they don't direct the games anymore, we start straying further and further from the core experience of the fighting game, and we just start morphing into some version of Street Fighter.
Nah.
So some getting closer than others, for sure.
Eh.
But like I gotta wonder, like, how would Rage have come about if Arada stuck around directing it? Would all 13 fucking meters have stuck around or come around in Soul Calibur if the original guy didn't leave? You know?
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah. Then to the ovation of all 14 people in an audience, Virtua Fighter is coming.
Yes, it is, and it does not look like what I anticipated.
So
Sarah Bryant looks the same.
That's not Sarah
Does.
Bryant. That's not Sarah Bryant. They confirmed that it's not Sarah Bryant.
It is. They can lie all they want. It is.
No, that is the Sarah Function. That's actually Miss Marvel under there.
That looks exactly like Sarah Bryant and plays exactly like Sarah Bryant, but actually it's her evil clone.
Parascient.
Brera-Science.
Yeah.
Related to Brer Rabbit. Oh no.
So yeah, Ryuga Kotoku Studio is making the next Virtua Fighter. They said that it's not running on the same game as not Yakuza. Or no, it's not running on the same engine, rather, as the new not Yakuza. And
I see.
they also said that so there was an interview with both the head of the studio, the head of RGG Studio, and also the actual like director of the new Virtua Fighter. And the director said that he noticed that there was a like one of the reasons that Virtua Fighter didn't really stick around is because there was fucking nothing to the game aside from the gameplay. And he went, yeah, maybe we should fix that. So now there's gonna be a story mode and like actual story in the game.
Okay, so they plan on giving the some story other than Jeffrey McWild hates sharks.
Yes.
Okay.
That's also why Akira Yuki looks different, because he's allowed to be a character instead of just being a fucking designer of paper.
Eh.
And yeah, he said that like Virtua Fighter, like basically he said that Virtua Fighter was good when Virtua Fighter, Virtua Fighter was fine for the time when they could just go, yeah, we did all of these technological advances. At technology. But the second that they couldn't fall back on awing at the technology, the game started declining in the audience. And so they need to figure out a way to get with the times more or less.
Yeah.
And one of the ways they're trying to do that is a story mode. There's gonna be other stuff too. Like he referenced being able to build your own town. And I don't know what that's supposed to be.
I'm gonna be real here. When all I saw in the trailer was Akira smacking somebody through a building. I thought, okay, Virtua Fighter, what made Virtua Fighter's name was that they pushed fighting games into new dimensions tech-wise. Are they going to get like weird and experimental with this and have like where you are beating somebody through the stage and not like a Tekken thing where you wall bounce a guy up against a wall twice and then suddenly the entire wall explodes? But like, no, actually, like you crack somebody through a balsa wood wall, and they leave a human-shaped outprint instead of just annihilating the entire building.
Well, they didn't say that, but he did say that they are experimenting with the levels. So one of Virtua Fighter's main things was ring outs, and there will be stages with ring outs, there will be stages with no ring outs, and there will be stages where you have to transition to ring out.
I see. Which, I'm not gonna lie, all this saying like, oh, we're gonna go with some actually interesting stage designs. I'm like, Tekken 4's back, baby.
Yeah. I mean, look. all I'm saying is, if you fucking Chesto Sarah Bryan through a wall, and she falls in front of a car and gets run over and dies, and then the thing comes up saying KO, I will pop.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, none of this is going to be competitively viable, by the way. The competitive scene is still going to just play on it, you know,
Final Destination,
Infinite Azure or something. Or The Ring.
Yeah, but I think recently, you know, in the past, like, I don't know, couple of games have shown that, like, just appealing to the competitive scene is fucking nothing. Like, the competitive scene is good, but you also need to make a game that's, like, fun and interesting for people to play.
Yeah.
And sometimes being competitively viable and being interesting are mutually exclusive. Not always, but sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, my favorite competitive game is Default Mugen with Karate Man and Karate Man, and the one stage, the dojo.
Yep.
And I mean that is,
as we always say with people that want fighting games to be nerfed down to nothing. These games exist. You should play them instead.
Yeah, but no, then I don't have my waifu. Fucking, I don't know.
That's true, and nobody wants to pay to watch these fighting games.
That too. But no, like I should get money, and I should put I should have to put in no effort, and and anyone who says that it requires a skill, you know, the skill that people would pay for, should shut up. They should be silenced by law. Oh, also, the another noteworthy thing about Virtua Fighter, the new one, is that well, it's not Virtua Fighter 6. It's just it's Virtua Fighter. It's a new beginning.
Of course, we're gonna do that fucking gimmick, which every fighting game has been doing.
Yeah.
You can fuck right off, sir.
But yeah, the big gimmick, or the big gimmick. Well, the big thing that I noticed is the director said that, you know, back when they first designed Virtua Fighter, fighting games were in the arcades, so they were, you know, they built it with the 3-button scheme to accommodate arcades. Arcades are not a thing anymore, so now we have to design the game for pad. We might move away from the 3-button control scheme.
Well, then how are they gonna make a Kiryuki the hardest character to play?
Just frames.
Probably.
Akira Yuki is the only one who plays like Street Fighter 4. he has infinite combos, but they're all 1-frame links. So like if you can get that done consistently, fuck you, deserve it.
Oh shit.
But yeah, there was also a Virtua Fighter Direct. I did not watch it. I would assume you did not either.
I did not. My understanding was it was actually really just kind of all focused on another Virtua Fighter 5 remake, and they didn't discuss the new one all that much. Though I think you and me are both in the territory of the new Virtua Fighter. You know, Virtua Fighter titleless
Yeah.
Virtua Fighter that I think we're both of the mind of, well, if it comes out and it's, really good, then, cool, probably worth trying at some point. Definitely not picking it up on launch, even if it is good.
Yeah. Like, my main thing is like, is Jackie Bryant here? How is he? Because it's the classic thing with me of like I know this cast. I like maybe one guy. Like, that's the thing though. Like, I don't even genuinely like Jackie Bryant. I tolerate Jackie Bryant because he plays in a way that I enjoy in other games, more or less. But otherwise, like, whatever. I don't really care. Like, I also was fine with playing Go or whoever, like the edgy guy in the Gi. Like, I was fine with playing him, but I was fine with playing him because he's Jin Kazama. He is just Jin Kazama. And so, like, I know how to play Jin Kazama, so I know how to play him. But like otherwise, I like Jeffrey, but I don't know how to play Jeffrey good. And that's the entire cast.
Yeah, I'm in the space of like, man, Wolf Hawkfield is so cool, and every time I play Wolf Hawkfield, I get my ass beat. So, not sure if I'm doing something wrong or if it's just that Virtua Fighter is explicitly the kind of game where you need to get your ass beat a long time before you can press buttons and have things happen.
Virtua Fighter to me seemed like the like Virtua Fighter, from my experience, seems like the game where you don't play the game, you play the block button, and then you just wait for the gap in the frame trap, more or less.
I could see that, yeah. Oh, excuse me.
And like, obviously in like, fighting real people and shit, there's more to it because there's mind games and stuff. But like at the end of the day, you're playing the block button, and then sometimes you play your game. So,
Yeah, there are some people for whom that is the peak of fighting games. That is real footsies. Anything else is dishonest.
True. Oh, it's okay. So not Sarah Bryant. It's called Stella.
Okay, sure. The Arkham Knight is not Jason Todd either.
Yeah. Her name is Stella because she's Stella her look.
Shut up.
Okay, I hope this is one image because then I can send it over and you can look at these models from 3 different angles like I have. There you go.
All right, just a moment. Let me alt tab over. Those are some quality models.
Yeah. I do like Akira Yuki's new design because he looks like a person.
And not permanent Karate Man.
Yeah. Like that's one of the problems I think I have with Akira Yuki is that like whenever I look at Akira Yuki's classic design, I genuinely just see Karate Man from Mugen.
That's kind of the intention. Like Akira Yuki's one of those characters I always thought of as like intentionally boring. They don't want him to be interesting.
A real character for Ted.
That's what I was just about to say, is like, you and I don't sympathize or understand, but Ted loves that Ryu is boring Karate Man. Like, Ted wants him to be more boring.
Yeah.
Ted wants 30 Street Fighters that are about Ryu being mystery heart of battle, lol, fist.
You don't get it. It's just the classic hero's journey over and over again. What do you mean that's supposed to be character growth?
Anyways.
What do you mean the third act?
Shit. Anyways, yeah.
All right, so Virtua Fighter 5 Revo for Revolution. Five Revo is actually no, that's not correct. Because I was gonna say like, oh, five Revo is the amount of revolutions around the sun we've had since last release, but like, it's not even been that long.
No.
But yeah, it's coming to PC on January 28th. I don't know about anything else.
All right.
Then let's see. Hunter and Impact continues to exist. They revealed the new character.
It does. Good for those people.
Yeah, there was also what you call it? What the fuck do you mean? Okay, new Akatsuki BlitzConf character got revealed.
They're making another one?
No, the second game in the series it got a new character. That shit's still getting worked on.
Okay, I was confused because you mentioned the existence of that, and when I looked into it, it didn't look like there was any way we could access it here in the West.
No, and as it turns out, that's because it's just in the arcades and it's still getting supported.
Oh, it's still in the arcades. Okay, we've got our priorities straight then.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's her? Okay, so this character is like the tall-ish gun woman. Her name is Michael Anastasia. Well, it's not Michael like the English name. It's Mycale.
Mikhail.
Probably. It's funnier if I pronounce it Michael though. So yeah, she got she got announced, and also there's gonna be a 1.20 update.
Well, that's all very cool. I'd like it to come to the West because Akatsuki BlitzConf is cool.
Yeah. I await the addition of Akuma. Maybe not in flesh, but in spirit. You know?
Why does it boil down to this? Do you just say this for every fighting game now that they need to either add Akuma or Rugal?
No. but like genuinely, some like 70% of the characters in fighting games I play are some variant of Akuma. So genuinely, if there's a function that's similar to Akuma, I will probably like the character.
Like, that is to say that every character you play is a Shoto who has an air fireball or a demon flip.
Yeah. But
okay.
But not really, because like even just one element of this, because like Hunter is a demon flip. It just is. And like otherwise Johnny is not Akuma. Otherwise Johnny is Yamazaki. So it's Yamazaki with a demon flip, which is good for me because I play Yamazaki and Akuma. But you know. Like it's stuff like this. Basically, like I just hope I hope they had a character that I actually like will want to play, because I like Fritz. Fair enough, but Fritz is not a character that I play a game for, you know.
Well, at that point, you'd play Samurai Showdown.
Yeah. And so like yeah, and I'm just hoping they can add they can add the shoulder touch by Satsuno Haro, or like I don't know, Yamazaki, the spirit of Yamazaki, something like that.
Well, they've already got, Akatsuki himself plus Electro Soldat, neither of which are Akuma, but they're very clearly Shotos.
Yeah. Akatsuki is close,
though granted, Electro Soldat is a charged Shoto, which is definitely one of the rarer archetypes.
Yeah. Like, Akatsuki is close, but like I don't know how he feels in N1's Perfect Welt. I had to look at the game's name. Like I don't know how he feels in that. But in Akatsuki BlitzConf, he's a bit too tight for my liking. In Uni, Akatsuki is loose enough to where like I feel like he's actually fun to play.
Eh,
Whereas in his actual game, he's just a bit too, I don't know. He doesn't have enough links for my taste, I guess.
yeah.
Then let's see. Tekken 8 patch notes. Eh. Capcom did a survey on Mortal Kombat versus Capcom. Yes.
Oh!
Yeah. They did a,
Well, as we always say with CBS too, it's always more interesting when Capcom takes over someone else's fighting game franchise.
yeah. Yeah, no, they did a survey about MVC.
Yay!
Let's see. The KOF 13 with rollback netcode is getting released on Steam on the 20th of February. People who own the game, the version that's already on Steam, I think can buy it at a discount.
Sweet.
So there's that. Then, for whatever reason, I genuinely know not why, Capoeira Fighter, this flash fighting game, has been getting a lot of buzz recently, and also got a new patch or whatever, a new update.
All right.
It befuddles me, but hey. But as the article, let's see, Gato again. Alright, that's it. Well then.
Not as eventful a week as I think we were anticipating.
Yeah.
However, on the upside, we did play Akatsuki BlitzConf in the last 2 weeks, which has been my first time and your second, right?
Yes.
And what we walked away with was, holy shit, that's a cool fighting game.
Yeah.
That is a lot of very fun, very different characters. I very much like that the cast feels very different from each other. Because Fritz is playing the game in a whole different way from everyone else.
Yeah.
And so is that Murakumo guy, or whatever his name was. Yeah, that guy is playing the game in an entirely different way than everybody else. And that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
What's the deal with the Nazi aesthetics in that game?
Basically storyline stuff, like Akatsuki was experimented on with the or by the Japanese Empire or something like that, and like there's only 2 actual Nazis in the game, and they're the bosses, but I don't know who the bosses are. Probably Murakumo and Electro Soldat. I would, if I have to head to wager, I guess.
Yeah, though they're playable.
Yeah, I don't know. There's also like a crusade or something like that.
Oh no.
Which is whatchamacallit, which is what Gundam is part of. Like something Knights Templar, or ironically Knights Templar.
Oh.
Yeah. And then also Nazis on the side.
I see.
And like that's my knowledge of Akatsuki BlitzConf. More or less. The lore, at least.
Yeah.
There was also something about Akatsuki being frozen, but I don't remember if that was just like I don't remember if that's an actual part of like Akatsuki BlitzConf lore, or if that was just the reason that that he was in uni and then that somehow crossbled into Akatsuki BlitzConf like back. Because it definitely was like in cryogenic sleep or something like that in uni, and then he wakes up and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" But I don't know if that was a plot thread that they reused from his actual games or not, more or less.
Yeah.
Blitz Tank was an experience, I'd say.
He's really strong
Yes.
and really freaking slow, which it does work. It does fit.
And I'm surprised. Like, it's one of those things where, like, I don't know who came first, Necroarc or Blitztank, but they have the same lasers, and that's worrying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, the only difference is that Necroarc shoots it upwards because, she's small. But, like,
Yeah.
that's the major difference that I could notice between the two lasers. And, like, even 35 memory serves, Necroarc can also shoot downwards, but it has a much smaller range because, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
That how do you come up with Blitz Tank? How does that come to be?
Waku Waku 7. You look at Polytank and you go, okay, but what if Nazi?
I don't remember Politank being that fucking huge.
Polytank wasn't that huge, but Polytank played somewhat similar.
I don't remember that, but I'll have to believe you because to be honest, a lot of Waku Waku 7 is a blur in my mind.
I mean, we were too busy looking at fucking the big rabbit's ass.
That's true. There was a lot of that rabbit going on.
Which by the way, wasn't even its ass. It just really looked like they animated they drew rather the rabbit's tail to look like an ass cheek, and so like every time he did a turnaround punch, it looked like he just had a large ass, and he might have, but we can't confirm. Waku Waku 7 could have been really great if it had more characters. It was really good still, but
Yeah.
7's a bit too small.
It is. It really is. It's smaller than it's smaller than Street Fighter 2 vanilla. And that's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Like, not even like Hyper or Champion Edition. No. Street Fighter 2 vanilla. Like, oof. That's a bit rough, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we also played Dragon Master again, if you want to talk about that.
Oh god, which one was Dragon Master?
Klaus Garcia.
Oh, I still think that's a different game.
Nope,
that's
I
like
looked
a
it up.
sequel or a prequel.
No, I looked it up.
Really?
If you open up our channel right now, then you can look up Dragon Master, and the video that will pop up is Beware of Klaus Garcia, Dragon Master.
Why didn't I remove that from my favorites?
I don't know. Why didn't you?
That's unfortunate. We could have saved ourselves so much trouble there.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember any of the characters except Klaus Garcia. I was looking at it, I was like, oh, this is a new cast.
I remembered like all but like maybe 2 or 3 characters, and I even told you at the start of the recording, and you didn't respond.
I figured, okay, this is either a sequel or a prequel, so of course they'd keep most of the cast. Good lord, yeah, that was.
What if it's Street Fighter 3?
If it turned out to be really good, I think we'd all have been in for a shock there.
Yeah. But yeah, like that session, I think I uploaded us. We accidentally played Dragon Master again, which I believe is apt.
Yeah, there's no reason we would have intentionally done it. Like, that just wouldn't make sense. Like, unless we were deeply ill,
Yeah.
which I don't think I am.
You just needed a second serving of Klaus Garcia.
I just needed more of him in my life.
Yeah, you needed more air tattoos. Like instant air tattoos.
Yeah. It's exactly what I need. Oh, fuck.
Uh,
I hate fighting games. They're stupid. We shouldn't play them anymore.
Yeah.
If it leads to this, we've gone too far.
Like, the thing is that, like, I don't even remember what else we played.
We also played the Dragon Ball game, which was abominably bad.
Oh, no, you're right.
Yeah, that one was rancid. That was...
I believe I deleted that for my memory banks.
Yeah, that's fair.
And, like, the thing is... Yeah?
No, go ahead.
So, for the listeners, I guess. So there's a list of of obscure fighting games that I played on Fightcade, that I went out of my way to play on Fightcade, to make sure that we can record them. And I wrote notes for some of them. There's just a list, and like I didn't go with the better known like stinky ones like Fists of Fire or whatever. It was just or Tattoo Assassins. It was just what I found, and like if I hadn't heard of the game, I booted up more or less. And yeah, so these Dragon Ball games are just called Dragon Ball Z. There's no, it's 2 games by the way. There's no like anything else that sets it apart. So like for example, for the videos, for the video of the first one, the videos actually, I tried to Dragon Ball parentheses Ben Presto because Ben Presto made it, and that's like the only way that you can tell which game this is. And yeah, so I believe my notes for the first game which we played were something along the lines of actually rancid. What is more worrying is that my notes for the second one, I remember, are better than the first one, I guess.
Oh.
And like, you know, when I wrote these notes, I took into account everything that before me, the roster size, the look of the game, the gameplay, like, well, because I just went into the game and like I played a round for match, and I wrote my notes to make sure that I don't get spoiled, more or less.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like my like from my little experience, it was better than the first game, I guess. And that's worrying because if it's only I guess, then that means there's a chance it's not.
Oh boy.
So I don't know when we get... Yeah, go ahead.
What we will hit that at some point, much to it'll be a tragedy, but when it happens, you know.
Yeah, and like I wrote that list long enough ago that like I don't remember what I saw in these games. So the only thing I can go for is just, you know, what I wrote for the notes, if I wrote them, and yeah, I'm scared, you know.
Understandably.
But like to be fair though, like I think those Mortal Kombat. I don't know what it is with Mortal Kombat today.
You got it on the brain.
I don't know why. But yeah, so like yeah, those Dragon Ball games. If memory serves, those were like among the worst in the batch that I played. But like the thing that I remember is that like a close second. Well, okay, actually I played Chinese ripoff series, and I forget if I even put it on the list. But it was like Chinese Street Fighter, and I don't mean this as like, you know, oh, China bad. No, I mean legitimately it was China made Street Fighter ripoffs, and they also happen to be bad. Which is a
sign of confidence, really.
Yeah, I mean there were a couple of those. Like there's the Spectral versus Generation. I looked at it and I went, oh, not Guilty Gear. And it was in fact not Guilty Gear. And it's apparently a Taiwanese game that there's a crossover between Spectral Force and something versus Generation. I forget what the title is, but yeah. Or something Generation, whatever. It's two Taiwanese IPs doing a crossover, and then the game happens to be Guilty Gear, more or less. But yeah, there was this like oh no, it wasn't Street Fighter, it was Samsho. There's this Chinese Samsho ripoff series. I don't know if they're on the list. They should be. Those games, like genuinely, I would say that those games, if you can believe this, are somewhere between Street Fighter 1 and Brutal Paws of Fury.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, that instills confidence.
Doesn't it? There's 3 of these games. I played all of them. All 3 of them fit this description.
Christ almighty.
And so, like, I don't remember if I put it on the list or if I figured that it was too fucking bad to put on the list. But yeah, like it's like those, then the Dragon Ball game that we played, and then its sequel, and then like slightly above that in quality, or Power Instinct. So if we ever get to Power Instinct, just know that they're slightly better than Dragon Ball Z, slightly.
How in the holy god did Power Instinct, which you're saying sucks all the dick, wound up leading to Matcha Melee, which is like actually really kind of pretty good. If you bar how weird the story is.
I mean, I don't think I'm correct. To me, it feels like they just asked SNK to make Matcha Melee. Instead of probably the one guy at Atlas who gave a fuck about Power Instinct making it.
Well, yes, it helps if you take the control out of the hands of people who suck.
But I'll look it up because I don't actually know if SNK had any hand in it. It just feels like a very SNK game. Match Melee 2003 video game. Developed by Noise Factory. Oh, that explains it. Noise Factory Company Limited was a Japanese video game developer and publisher based out of Osaka. It was one of the developer companies of SNK.
Oh.
I am right. Just to make sure, did they make the other Power Instinct games? Because if so, what the fuck? Notes! Known in Japan as Shingoketsuji Ichizoku Token Matri Melee. They did not make any of the other Power Instinct games. They made Rage of the Dragons, which makes sense. You know, there are crossover characters with the game anyway. Metal Slug 4, or 4 even. Metal Slug 4. That's the AR experience that SNK is working on right now. they made Sengoku 3 for SNK as well. They made Metal Slug 5. Now here's the big one. What the? Oh right, Match Melee got a second release in Japan, but yeah, they made Maximum Impact, only the first one. What the absolute fuck? In 2009, they made a new Power Instinct game.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I know they made another version of Matcha Melee that included the big woman.
Shingoketsuji Ichizoku Matsuri Senzo Kyo or Kuyo, whatever. Let's see, which game is this? Oketsuji Wiki. Sure.
I'm sorry, is that a Power Instinct wiki?
Yes.
Well, why?
I don't know, it exists. New characters. Elizabeth Dalty, Prince, the singer. Really?
I think Elizabeth Delty or Belty is the big woman.
I can check. No, Elizabeth Belty is grandma, but she's European.
Is the European part in parenthesis grandma parenthesis European?
I don't know. There's two of them actually. Like with all grandmas, there's two palette swap versions of them. One of them is a zoner, the other is Rushdown.
That is accurate to how Power Stink.
That's the first couple of games.
Power Instinct. That is accurate to how Power Instinct handles the grandmas. Good fucking lord.
Look at these characters. Prince.
Okay, yep, this looks like a Match Melee Power Instinct character.
Takumi Hattori.
Oh, it's Doctrine Dark.
A baby Doctrine Dark, yes. Shinjiro Goketsuchi. Main family guy.
That's just an Oni.
Yes, that is just a blue Oni. You know that this game is bad though because it doesn't have whatchamacallit. It doesn't have Poochie.
The character that made Pink go from man, this game is great to man, this game sucks.
Yeah. It does however have Chinen.
Okay, I forget which one is Chinin.
My only goals in life are money and bitches, monk.
Oh, Chinin's pretty good. I like him.
But yeah,
I'm a big fan of him.
Oh yeah, when did this game or why did this game release? I guess it's only an arcade.
Why did you make this?
What the
For what reason?
Listen to this. In February 22nd of 2012, an updated version of the game was released for the arcade system Nessica X Live. Many changes and adjustments were made. For example, the transformed version of the transformable characters now have their own stress shot techniques.
Stress shot techniques. That's just a fancy way of saying super moves.
Probably. But yeah, so at least as of 2012, the series was still alive. And then no. I refuse.
Anything's possible with enough gumption and duct tape.
Yeah. Also, I guess Poochie is not playable because okay, so I did learn this about Match Melee. So there's the small boy character who is controversial because they drew his balls for some reason.
This sounds like a lot of what when we were playing Match Melee, I was at first like, oh, this game's cool, and then I was starting to see like a lot of that weird shit going on. I was like, this game is considerably less cool now.
Yeah. So yeah, the boy character, he's actually Poochie. He transforms into Poochie. I don't fucking know how. I don't care. Like I prefer when he's not on the roster. I wonder why. You know. But,
right.
But yeah, if memory serves in this game, because I did try to figure it out. If memory serves, in this game, Poochie is an install for that boy. So you play as the boy, and then you can transform into Poochie, and he just gets Poochie's moveset.
I see.
Or something like that. But yeah, who made the other Match Melee games then? If I can find... There is Power Instinct. And... Alright, first Power Instinct, developed by Atlas. Okay. in the English in the English Wikipedia, Chinen is localized as Tinen. You know, he's very thin, I guess. Power Instinct 2 was also developed by Atlas and published by Atlas. Goketsuji Legends, known as Goketsuji Gaiden, Saikyo Densetsu. Best legend? Alright.
Yeah, that's quite a lofty thing to call yourself, honestly.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up real quick. What is Gaiden?
My understanding was a Gaiden side story.
A supplementary biography, anecdote. Yeah, Gaiden is a Japanese language word meaning side story or, let me see, side story or tale. Used to refer to an anecdote or supplementary biography of a person. So yeah, just, you know, it's just the side story. So yeah, Power Instinct side story, best legend.
All right.
Alright, so this is apparently the, this installment lacks the Power Instinct title in its localization. This will be a trend with the series, or for the series in subsequent Western releases. Alright. Yeah, story stuff. There's not even an image of the game, by the way.
Oh.
I'm gonna look this up, I guess. And mainly because I'm interested now. Is that big woman I see? I genuinely can't tell. That's not me being coy. Oh yes, it is.
Oh, whoa.
No. If it was like a twink, maybe.
Oh. I'm much less interested.
Oh my god, Goketsuchi Legends. What do you not like this sprite style that fucking Atlas had for some reason?
Good lord.
Look at that Ryu! Who the fuck
Okay, hold on. I'm juggling things here. Let me see if this will work. Okay, this probably will work.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I need...
Okay, I see the big woman, and then I see Ryu fighting the referee from Samurai Showdown.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a zoom in to see who this is. Oh, there's no name. It's just shirtless Ryu.
He's here. You've been waiting.
So anyway, yeah, I guess I'll have to look into whether or not this is also on Fightcade, so we can suffer more. But the battles are in teams of 2 characters, in a leader and a partner. This plays out similarly to the King of Fighters. Does it? It sounds like KOF 90. Actually, it might have been 2002, where there was just a separate striker character. Like, it sounds like a striker. Whatever. In Japan, Game Machine listed Goketsuji Legends on their October 15th, 1995 issue as being the 14th most successful arcade game of the month.
Well?
Right. Groove on Fight. Fully titled Groove on Fight, Goketsuji Ichizoku 3. Japan exclusive, apparently. The cover is Booba. It was also developed and published by Atlas. Let's see, that's a lot of new characters. Alright, it's a proper tech fighter. Cool. And then Match Melee. So yes, all of the other ones, all of the stinky Match Melees were developed by Atlas in studio or in house. And
I see.
And Match Melee is good because the people who did work for SNK did it.
Okay.
So now we know.
We've been educated.
So anyway, where were we? Oh yeah, Power Instinct stinks. Power Instinct. Power Instinct.
Power stink.
Yeah. It's not stink, it's
They
aura.
should see a doctor about that.
It's aura.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Shit. Yeah. Anyway,
What else can you say?
I don't know. I did pick up literally earlier today. Arena Ultimax, Suplex Hold Edition.
Oh, shit. On what platform?
PS4 because that's what it was on sale for. That I could tell.
All right, you gotta tell me what you think about it, because I think it very cool fighting gum.
I mean, I've played OG Persona 4 Arena. Is the thing, like I owned it on 360 or not 3? Well, technically yes, I owned it on 360, but I played it on 1 because you know.
Yeah, but Ultimax's memory serves is a lot more advanced in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I don't remember if auto combos were a thing. Like I don't remember if they were as strong in vanilla P4A as Ultimax. By which I of course mean I don't remember if they took over control as much as I noticed them doing it in Ultimax. You know that.
It's definitely one of those games where if you mash the like button, you'll be getting auto combos at the ass.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if it's one of the games where you can turn off auto comboing. I know that's a big thing for you.
No, from what I can gather, it's one of those games. It's like Fighter Z, where auto combos have normals hidden in them.
Oh yeah, Fighter Z, that gets real weird because for some characters, their auto combo like is actually optimal to do up until a point.
Yeah.
And then there are other characters where it's like, yeah, never do your auto combo.
And yeah, it seems like that. I played a bit, played around a bit with Akamaru. Kenny is also there, but
okay, you know what's the weirdest one in Fighter Z?
Yeah.
Cell, if he intentionally whiffs the first hit of his auto combo, he has a command. His second hit on his auto combo is a command grab. That it would only ever actually be used as a command grab if you intentionally whiff the opening jab and then do it.
Oh well, you want to hear something funny that I found out?
What's that?
I don't know if this was a thing, in regular Arena as well, but Elizabeth's heavy attack, her neutral persona attack, or neutral heavy persona attack, is a command grab.
Yeah. I've never dug into Elizabeth. I really should at some point really dig into Ultimax. The issue is there's too many cool fighting games, and I can't be good at them all. So instead, I just don't play them.
Yeah, like I always played Elizabeth because I like Elizabeth. I like Thanatos. The team seems made for me, honestly. You know.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I went into the training mode with Conan and Koromaru. There we go.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to the name of another dog, but yeah,
it don't matter too much.
But yeah, I went in with them because they weren't in vanilla P4A, and I like Koromaru. I don't like Ken. I don't like how the characters is centered around Ken, and Koromaru is also there. It should be the other way around. But at least I should have a choice.
Yeah.
But I just had the idea of what if they work like the maids? Koromaru breaks a fucking chair over your head.
That'd be pretty good.
Anyway.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't Ken and Koromaru to a certain degree, or to a limited degree, kind of a puppet character?
Oh yeah, yeah. You can send out Koromaru to do shit, and then you can also do moves it can in the meantime. So yeah.
I see.
But yeah, I played around with a bit with them. I didn't figure out I didn't yet figure out how the auto combo system worked. So I just had a bad time, and I went, all right, I know how to play Elizabeth. So I boot up Elizabeth. I played, I want to say, like, I don't know, 5 minutes in training with Elizabeth. Figured out how the auto combo system works. I remembered, well, I either remembered or found out. I genuinely do not recall which one is more apt to say. But cause when I played Elizabeth in regular B4A, the only move I remember really using with her was her lasers, and turns out lasers is actually one of her verse tools. Where it depends on the range and all that, but like you want to go for lasers, but if you can go for lasers because there's no space, the laser is like one of the worst things that you can do. And actually, you should go for like ice. Never go for fire. Fire is bad. Just
Okay.
like fire can be good. Like that's the thing. So she has a ground. Yeah.
Fucking caveman fighting game player. Fire bad.
Yeah.
Fire very minus.
Yeah. Ice very plus.
Me no like the fire. Me not press fire button much.
Yeah. I mean, the problem that I faced is that like I played arcade mode on normal, and I forgot that Persona 4 Arena has 5 difficulty options for a reason. And actually, I should probably not go for normal. In my first 20 minutes back in the game, maybe.
Probably not. No, it seems like you'd have some issues.
And I mean, to be fair, like I got back into the swing of things fairly fast because I only lost 1 round. So
yeah.
although actually I lost 2, but in two separate matches, and one of those was the final boss. So like, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Like the problem with her fire is that most of the rest of the cast wants to get in, and fire is good for space control. So like fire is good if we played together or something. Like I played against another person, I have them scared shitless and they just don't want to move. Then fire is good to push them around more, because fire seems mostly good for like space control, because she has a fire that pushes away and she has a fire that pulls in. And
if we ever were to play Ultimax against each other, the thing I would have to tell you is
kanji.
Please lab kanji.
Yeah.
Because like when last we played it, I absolutely understood you guys were all playing the game for the first time. So okay, I got to retire kanji. But I really like kanji. He's one of my favorite fighting game characters of all time. I'd like to be able to play him, even if he is a goddamn nightmare to play against.
Yeah, my problem with kanji is that like AI kanji in regular P4A, you can answer him fairly easily. I have no fucking clue how you're supposed to answer the air grab. that's the whole in my game plan with every character against kanji.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is like that's what you'd have to lab.
But yeah. So what was I gonna say?
I am being notified that we have 10 minutes left on this podcast before I have to apparently leave.
All right. Oh, well then.
But Persona is a pretty good thing to talk about because the news has not been generous to us this time.
Yeah. Well, I guess to wrap things up then. Oh yeah, Ultimax is good. I remember being fine with Shomi Nazuki. Like he's a very Arxis character, but
I always called him Minazuki mentally.
I don't know. I had the game on mute. I was listening to creepypastas more or less while playing.
I do.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't remember whether or not I played the game while able to hear.
Team Shimonazuki. One word. Like I feel like at that point he stops being a person and starts being like on an Eldritch God.
At what
With
point do we rename him to Shonuff?
Yeah. That depends. If I pick him up, then we might see him enough times. But yeah, like I remember him playing really like Yajujube, so there's a non-zero chance that I do actually pick him up.
Oh boy, well, there's two of them, so
I know.
I remember one. I believe the non-persona version of him is all teleport spam, but the persona version of him, I have no memory.
I don't know. I only fought the persona version of him, and that was all teleport spam and supers. Because he's a boss and he has infinite meter, you know.
Okay, is he just teleport spam the character?
Maybe. But yeah, like you can imagine how much fun it was fighting that guy as Elizabeth, Miss Zoner extraordinaire.
Oh shit!
Not to mention that like Elizabeth's best super is a parry.
Yeah.
So eventually, what it boiled down to is I just I recognize the what you call the motions or whatever I recognize the flowchart of the AI, and then I just blocked. And whenever there was a spot that I knew he was minus, I just turned Elizabeth into a grappler, more or less.
Not a bad idea.
I mean, it doesn't hurt that she also has a she has a super grab that deals like I want to say 30% damage and applies fear on top of that. So you know. But yeah, yeah, I've had fun.
Oh god, I forgot the persona had the status debuffs.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it makes sense as a fighting game adaptation of an RPG, but still, that's so odd.
Yeah. So yeah, I look forward to playing more Persona because it's been a while, and I also just wanna fuck around with the new characters. Like, I didn't know that Margaret and Poem Girl are playable in this version, because I think they're new, or at least I never saw them.
They're DLC for very ludicrous costs. So I've actually never sat down and played with them. Now that I own the PC version comes with them and Adachi out of the box.
Yeah.
But most of my time with Ultimax is actually with the original Xbox 360 version, which had them as DLC for like 10 a pop. I remember thinking that seemed like a very high price at the time, though in hindsight, it depends on the fighting game, I suppose. But nonetheless, considering I got the game itself for like $10, the idea of paying the price of the game for another character sounded ludicrous, let alone $30 for all three of the DLC characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not only that, I think part of the thing for me was just simply, okay, Margaret's cool. Adachi could be cool, but it's kind of weird because he's really incel-y, so that'd be kind of a weird character to feel to play. I'm not going to pay $10 to play as like the fucking Persona 4 Gold Dev OC character chick.
Yeah, All Eyes,
like,
or whatever her name is.
Yeah, the character, they're like, hey, it's your new love interest. And I'm like, no, it's still Risei. Sorry, guys.
My love interest in my playthrough of Persona 4 was kanji. It was funny. Because like the thing is like it's how they
I just thought of is there anyone here who likes men meme, but like it's in reverse and like it's Risei going, you Narukami, do you want to get with me? No, I'm gay. Kanji, you want to get with me? No, I'm also gay. Yosuke, Teddy, oh, we're gay. Yeah. And Risei just goes, isn't there anyone here who likes women? And then it's just like a close-up shot of Yukiko and Chie.
Yeah. But yeah, like kanji was specifically funny. Like I tend to go for like when I when I don't go for the relationship stuff in Persona to reap the benefits. I like going for I like going for the funniest pairings with the characters and then just rolling with them. So like that's why my headcanon 5 is Yusuke. Or not Yusuke, Yosuke. Because he's
No,
just like,
it's Yusuke in 5. It's Yusuke in 5.
all right, yeah, it is. Okay.
Yep. Uh-huh.
But yeah, that's why my headcanon for five is Yusuke and Ren because Ren keeps pushing the thing and just making it more obvious that they're in a relationship, and Yusuke just like, oh, crabs, and then he's just completely fine with everything else. I mean the thing with that one is like I will forever remember in Strikers. There's a part where you have to sleep where the guest has to sleep in tents. And so they have tents for the boys and tents for the girls separately. And Yusuke is like, I'm warning you right now that I sleep naked or something like that. And one of the dialogue options you have is I look forward to seeing you or something.
Ryuji just jumps out the side of the tent and sprints off into the night. Get me out of here!
Yeah. But yeah, and then in Persona 4, the thing with Kanji was funny because every time I picked one of those options, Kanji was like, "Stop, unless."
Yeah. Poor fucking Kanji is confused that whole game.
Yeah.
Like, you're harassing the poor guy. Oh, Jesus. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, we should probably go ahead and wrap things up. So I suppose we should say fighting games were before we get too far into another topic. I think we've hit the natural capstone for Persona. It always has to end in gay sex.
Yeah. Persona is a game series all about gay sex.
Yeah. At least that's what I recall. There's some other stuff, but I don't remember it.
And that's why you will never get a female protagonist ever again. Especially not one that's canon.
I think that's the most likely way to get a female protagonist.
So yeah, I guess fighting games were.
That they were.